ॐ ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति
ॐ
ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति
मूर्तिभेदविभागिने
मूर्तिभेदविभागिने
व्योमवद्व्याप्तदेहाय
व्योमवद्व्याप्तदेहाय
दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः।
दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः।
सदाशिवसमारम्भाम्
सदाशिवसमारम्भाम्
शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम्
शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम्
अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्ताम्
अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्ताम्
वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्।
वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्।
ॐ सहना भवतु
ॐ सहना भवतु
सहनौ भुनक्तु
सहनौ भुनक्तु
सह वीर्यङ्करवावहै
सह वीर्यङ्करवावहै
तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै।
तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै।
ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः।
ॐ शान्ति शान्ति
ॐ पार्थाय प्रतिबोधितां भगवता नारायणेन स्वयं
ॐ पार्थाय प्रतिबोधिता भगवता नारायणेन स्वयं
व्यासेन ग्रथितां पुराणमुनिना मध्ये महाभारतम्
व्यासेन ग्रथितां पुराणमुनिना मध्ये महाभारतम्
अद्वैतामृतवर्षिणीं भगवतीम् अष्टादशाध्यायिनीम्
अद्वैतामृतवर्षिणीं भगवती अष्टादशाध्यायिनी
अम्ब त्वामनुसन्दधामि भगवद्गीते भवद्वेषिणीम्
अम्ब त्वामनुसन्दधामि भगवद्गीते भवद्वेषिणी
यं ब्रह्मा वरुणेन्द्ररुद्रमरुतस्तुन्वन्ति दिव्यैस्तवैः
यं ब्रह्मा वरुणेन्द्ररुद्रमरुतस्तुन्वन्ति दिव्यैस्तवैः
वेदैः साङ्गपदोक्रमोपनिषदैर्गायन्ति यं सामगाः
वेदैः साङ्गपदोक्रमोपनिषदैर्गायन्ति यं सामगाः
ज्ञानावस्थिततद्गतेन मनसा पश्यन्ति यं योगिनः
ध्यानावस्थिततद्गतेन मनसा पश्यन्ति यं योगिनः
यस्यान्तन्न विदुः सुरासुरगणा देवाय तस्मै नमः।
यस्यान्तं न विदुसुरासुरगणा देवाय तस्मै नमः।
आढ्यो बीजनवानस्मि
आढ्योऽभिजनवानस्मि
पुण्योऽस्ति सदृशो मया
कोऽन्योऽस्ति सदृशो मया
यक्ष्ये दास्यामि मोदिष्ये
यक्ष्ये दास्यामि मोदिष्ये
इत्यज्ञानविमोहिताः
इत्यज्ञानविमोहिताः
अनेकचित्तविभ्रान्ताः
अनेकचित्तविभ्रान्ताः
मोहजालसमावृताः
मोहजालसमावृताः
प्रसक्ताः कामभोगेषु
प्रसक्तः कामभोगेषु
पतन्ति नरकेषु च
पतन्ति नरकेषु च
आत्मसम्भाविताः स्तब्धाः
आत्मसम्भाविताः स्तब्धाः
मानमदान्विताः
धनमानमदान्विताः
यजन्ते नाम यज्ञैस्ते
यजन्ते नाम यज्ञैस्ते
दम्भेनाविधिपूर्वकम्
दम्भेनाविधिपूर्वकम्
अहङ्कारं बलं दर्पम्
अहङ्कारं बलं दर्पम्
कामं क्रोधं च संश्रिताः
कामं क्रोधश्च संश्रिताः
मामात्मपरदेहेषु
मामात्मपरदेहेषु
प्रद्विषन्तोऽभ्यसूयकाः
प्रद्विषन्तोऽभ्यसूयकाः
तानहं द्विषतः क्रूरान्
तानहं द्विषतः क्रूरान्
तारेषु नराधमान्
संसारेषु नराधमान्
क्षिपाम्यजस्रमशुभान्
क्षिपां यजस्रमशुभान्
आसुरीष्वेव योनिषु
आसुरीष्वेव योनिषु
आसुरीं योनिमापन्नाः
आसुरीं योनिमापन्नाः
मूढा जन्मनि जन्मनि
मूढा जन्मनि जन्मनि
मामप्राप्यैव कौन्तेय
मामप्राप्यैव कौन्तेय
तो यान्त्यधमां गतिम्
ततो यान्त्यधमां गतिम्
त्रिविधं नरकस्येदम्
त्रिविधं नरकस्येदम्
द्वारन्नाशनमात्मनः
द्वारन्नाशनमात्मनः
कामः क्रोधस्तथा लोभः
कामः क्रोधस्तथा लोभः
तस्मादेतत्त्रयं त्यजेत्
तस्मादेतत्त्रयं त्यजेत्
Before going here, I would like to show some chart we have seen long time ago. But there are some rules of chanting. So they say if visarga, visarga means two dot. If visarga is followed by ka or kha, then we have to produce the sound of visarga like kh, kha, vishatah kruran. Same way, if visarga is followed by pa and fa, then visarga should be pronounced as a double fa. Purnamadaf, Purnamidam, double fakar. But if visarga, these are called hard consonant. These all lines are called hard consonant. So if visarga is followed by cha or suppose cha, then visarga should pronounce as a shakara. So kascha, kaha, there is a kaha plus cha. So always we say kascha. That's why. And cha, sometimes cha come, but at that time this visarga convert into sha. Even same time when visarga is followed by suppose shantihi, shantihi, then this visarga is followed by sha, then visarga should pronounce as a half sha. That's why not shantihi, 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 but shantish, shantish, shantihi. Same way, if visarga is followed by ta and ta, then visarga should be pronounced like a sha. This half shakara, shanmukha shakara. And if visarga is followed by ta and tha, visarga should pronounce as a sa. Namaste astu. When we say namaste astu, actually it is namaha plus te, but visarga convert into half sa. That's why it is namaste. And there are many rules, but if visarga, this is the rules only for hard consonant. What I have just now said is the hard consonant. So when visarga is followed by hard consonant, how to pronounce? And even some people, they don't know, but when we say, here I have not put, but these are the mantra, means Veda mantra, Krishna Yajurveda, Sahana Vavatu, this sa is down, Om Sahana Vavatu, na goes should up, Sahanau Bhunaktu, now should go up, Sahaviryang, the sa and ha, our voice should go down, Viryang, go should up. This is go when our voice goes up swara, it is called swarita. Our sound should go up. Karva vahe tejasvina, tejasvina vaditamastu ma vidvisha vahe. There are two lines here. It is called, we have to pronounce doubling. Ma vidvisha vahe. These are all are the rules of chanting. Even here also, shantish, shantish, shantihi. Last it should goes up. Many rules, but these are the rules. Even when we chant, suppose this is our prayer. So Parthaya Pratibodhitam, generally we chant like this. But if this is single, is followed by conjoined consonant, then we have to put half pa here, because this is the pa, we have to pronounce Parthaya Pratibodhitam Bhagavata Narayanena Swayam, because this is only simple nakara is followed by conjoined consonant. So whatever the first font letter of the conjoined consonant we have to pronounce, then this chanting become crispy. Otherwise we always, Narayanena Swayam. It's not like it. Narayanena Swayam. Same way, Vyasena Grathitam Purana Munina Madhye. Here, Ambatvam. Here, Ambatvam Anusanto. Ambatvam. Here, Bhavat is the whole word, but here, Bhavadveshini. This Gita is always opposite of samsara. So Bhavat Dveshini. That's why I always chant as a Ambatvamanusandadami Bhagavat Gite Bhavat Dveshinim. So this takara is because this is after Bhava, Dve is a conjoined consonant. That's why Bhavat Dveshini. These are the rules. If we follow the rules, then chanting would be crispy. Otherwise, we have to elongate. So here, Yam Brahma Varunendra Ruddha Marutas Stunvanti. Not Marutaha. Here, this Visarga is followed by Hapsa Stunvanti. Yam Samaga Deva Ina Vidus. Here also Visarga is followed by Sa. Vidus Suraganaha. If we pause, then Ganaha Devayatas. These are the rules. So yesterday Raviji asked, so I thought let me introduce some more rules. So
Yes, Swaminiji, like in the reason I was asking is Swami Tattvavidananda ji, he's very particular about the pronunciations. He says that Adveshta Sarva Bhutanam Maitrah Karuna Yevacha comes, right? When he chants, he says afterwards, you should not combine them. There has to be like Maitra, you have to emphasize that, and then Karuna, he says.
Maitra.
He says Panini won't agree to it if you combine.
Because he is a PhD in Panini. His Swami is a PhD in Panini. He is a PhD in organic chemistry, I think. Both.
Yes.
So he's
So he's always like, when people are chanting, he hears somebody not chanting well, he doesn't like it.
Yeah, this is very true. Even sometimes there's no, every time I look at Viryam Karva Vahai, there are many people, they say I'm chanting wrongly, so they say Karva Vahai. Even I'm chanting, they never follow Karva Vahai. We have to say. There are so these are the chanting rules. So very good. If we follow the everybody's chanting will be in synchronized, right? They are not synchronizing because they have do their own shruti, everything. But it is very nice. In even a good chanting habit, our lungs also good, even our thoughts, because we have to very careful which letter should be pronounced in which manner. So it's good. I love.
He talks about this Mahaprana. You have to say the Mahaprana correctly.
Everything. Yeah. Alpa Prana, Mahaprana, everything. So 15th verse, this more Asura Sampad. These people who is endowed with Asura Sampad, they say, I am wealthy Adyaha. Abhijanavan asmi. So I am is in good lineage, our generation with good lineage. Kaha anyah sadrushaha maya. Who is better than me? Who is equal to me? Sadrushaha means equal to me. Yakshe, I will do yaga. I perform yaga. Dasyami, I will give the money. Modishye, I will enjoy the life. Iti agnana vimohitaha. They are deluded by the proper, they don't have proper discrimination. Such people are aneka chitta vibrantaha because they are deluded by many folded thought process. Here chit means thought process. Moha jala samavrutaha. They are covered by the veil of the delusion. Prasaktaha kama bhogeshu. With reference to the enjoyment of the sense object, they are totally engrossed. In such people, ashuchau narake patanti. They always fall in where a naraka which is not clean. Atma sambhavitaha. They glorified themselves. Oh, who am I? Stabdaha. One who doesn't have any humility. Dhana mana madanvitaha. And anvitaha, it is a filled with mada and man. Mada is pride, man is again the self-respect. Why? Because of the wealth. I am wealthy, you give me the respect, and because of the I am wealthy, they have pride. Anvitaha. Te yajante. These people, those people, yajante, they do rituals. But in which way? It says, avidipurvakam, without following any stipulation, any injunction, dambhena, with hypocrisy, and they are doing ritual for that only for namesake, nothing else, no punya, nothing, namesake. And ahankaram balam darpam, that we have to see today. So ahankaram. So here just I have written exaggerated self-opinion. Who am I? This again saying balam is called power. They think I'm very powerful. And here power is not only physical strength, but in society because of wealth-wise, position-wise, name-wise, balam, darpam, again arrogance, kamam, krodhan cha samshritaha. They are given to kama, passion, krodhancha. Unfulfilled kama always give anger. And these people are pradvishantaha. They always are hateful people, hating others. And abhyasuyakaha. Yesterday I say asuya. So today I have just given the definition. Guneshu dosha darshanam. It's called asuya. Even people are full with virtues, but who has the style to see only the defect? And beautiful is parasya utkrishtam drashtva jayate santapah. Having seen somebody is excelling in some other field, but they cannot see this. Something happen in their heart, burning at core, asuya. This is called asuya. While irsha is called jealousy. In their same field, if somebody is doing something more, we cannot stand are called jealousy, but this is the definition of asuya. They can. Guneshu dosha darshan. If people are with high values, are called dosha darshan. They always see the defect. Parasya utkrishtam drashtva. Seeing others utkrishtam excelling in their field, jayate santapah. Something is surfacing in our mind, is burning, are called asuya. And these people are abhyasuyakaha. They are highly cynical. Abhyasuyakaha, and what these people are doing. So he says, Mam, Bhagavan says, Mam means me, Atmam, Paradeheshu. So, Atmadeheshu, Paradeheshu. Even he always hurt me, who is sitting in them. Atma means in their deheshu, in their bodies, and paradeheshu. Even other people who are, I am sitting in other, everybody's, but they always, pradvishantaha, they have always hatred in their mind. So, ignorance of Ishvara, who is sitting inside themselves and who are sitting in others also, they never have respect, are called Mama Atma Paradeheshu. So, this Deha will connect with both Atma Deha, one's own body, and here Paradeha, others' body. So, to both, they are Pradvishanta, they are hatred, Abhyasuyaka, highly cynical. Now Shankaracharya has given very beautiful meaning of this ahankara and everything. So what is the meaning of ahankaram? So Shankaracharya says ahankaram is equal to ahamkaranam. Ahamkaranam means I am doing, I am, are called aham karoti. It is equal to ahankara. One always glorified oneself, who am. And this, whatever quality may be vidyamanehi, some quality is available in that person and sometimes it is not available. Avidyamanehi, it is absence of such quality, but still, though with this quality, Atmani adhyaropoitihi, this imaginary. So adhyaropa is superimpose, we can say superimpose good quality, even available, and superimpose some qualities which are not available, but with this always gunehi, always glorify themselves. Atmani, in oneself, Vishishtam Atmanam Aham iti manyate. Consider oneself, I am a very special person. Vishishtam Atmanam. I am a very special Aham iti. Aham means I am. Vishishtam, very special. Oneself, Atmanam means oneself. Iti manyate. They consider I am very special. Without gunas or with gunas, they always superimpose in themselves and they think I am this special person, are called ahankara. This is the definition of ahankara. And Shankaracharya says, Saha ahankara, that ahankara, egoism, or avidyakhya, by the name of ignorance. From where this ignorance, this ahankara comes? So he says it comes because of ignorance of oneself. And this ahankara kashtatamaha, highly painful. They hurt that person also. Kashtatamaha, and sarvadoshanam moolam. It is the source of all defects. So this ahankara sarvadoshanam moolam is the source of all defects, and even this ahankara sarvan anartha, sarva anartha pravrittinam moolam, even this ahankara, egoism, is the source of all evil deeds. So what are the bad conduct we are performing? It is the source of this ahankara. So this ahankara is the source of all defects. This ahankara is the source of all evil actions. And this ahankara is very painful. And this ahankara, what is the another name of vidya akhya? It is by name of ignorance. Avidya akhya. This is called ahankara. And what is the meaning of balam? So he says the meaning of balam is para abhibhava nimittam kamaraga anvidam. So it is balam is to defeat someone. Abhibhava means defeating, which is the cause of defeating. It doesn't mean we can defeat the person physically. Generally, nowadays, sophisticated people they hurt the person verbally. This is also called balam. They have very strength, powerful speech, but powerful speech they are not using to help others, but to put down others. So, para abhibhava nimittam, to put down somewhere, to defeat somewhere, and this balam is always kama raga anvitam. Kamaha, we can say passion or desire, but desire is, it's not simple desire. How is the passion? And raga is attachment. So this bala, this power is always filled with, riddled with attachment and too much passion, too much desire. And this is always try to put down others. Like Parushya Vachanam, no? It is called Balam. We never hurt the person with physically nowadays. This is called Balam. Darpaha. So, Darpaha, arrogance. So, what is? He says, Darpaha is equal to, Shankaracharya says, Darpaha nama yasya udbhave dharmam atikramati. What is the name of Darpa? So, he says, is when it is surface or when it comes. At that time, it transgresses all dharmas. When darpa surface in our mind, it transgresses the dharma. We just come out from the dharma. It is called darpaha. So, yasya udbhave sati, when it is being risen, dharmam atikramati, to transgress the dharma. They forget what is to be done. सह अयम अंतःकरण आश्रयः दोष विशेषः. Shankaracharya says, सह अयम अंतःकरण आश्रयः दोष विशेषः. This darpa, this arrogance is where available antahkarana ashrayah. It abides in our mind. And this is dosha vishesha. It is the special defect where abiding in our mind, when it arises, we cross everything. Darpaha. That's why when our Lord Krishna entered inside the Hastinapura in the Dhritarashtra assembly, this Duryodhana, because of his darpa, dharmam atikramati, he tried to put Krishna in the cell. It's called darpaha. So sometime udbhave, it is not always available. Sometime it surfaces in our mind. It is available, but it surfaces sometime. So Shankaracharya is given the definition ahankaram, balam, darpam. Now what is kamam? So kamam, so Shankaracharya is given only two words, stri, adi vishayam. Who are some have soft corner for the stri, so their mind is always toward the women, and adi, many things are called kamam. Krodham is called anishta vishayam, etan anyancha mahatah doshan samshritaha. So krodham, when it comes, it is the anishta vishayam. When undesirable situation comes, we will become angry. So anishta vishayam, the meaning is ishta is desirable, but anishta which is not desirable, sometimes it happens, we lose our temper, is called krodham. And these are only the sample. Shankaracharya says, Etan anyancha mahatah dosha. This is even this other anyan, there are big defects. Sanshritaha, they are given to such another defects like ahankaram balam darbam. Not only, but there are other also. Mahatah dosha. And kimchate, and what they are doing, Bhagavan says they are always avoid me. So it's given kimcha. Further, they miss those people. Mam. Bhagavan says, who is me? Mam Ishwaram. I am Ishwara. And where it is available. So Atma Paradeheshu, Shankaracharya is given. Atma Deha means Swadeha. Ishvara is sitting in that person also, which is Asuri Sampat, and Paradeheshu, who is sitting in others' bodies. And this Ishwar, Shankaracharya has given the definition, who is called Ishvara. So he says, Tat Buddhi Karma Sakshi Bhutam. Who, what is the definition of me? So Bhagavan says, I am in the form of Bhutam, I am in the form of the witness of whatever action they do, not even what is going in their mind, buddhi. So I am witness of their karma also, and I am a witness of what is going in their mind. In Antakarana, who is sitting inside the mind, this is Mam, Ishwaram, Pradvishantaha, highly hateful. Pradvishantaha, Dvishantaha is hating. Pradvishantaha, highly hateful, these people, hating, highly hating. But and Mat, Shankaracharya says, Mat Shasana Ativartitam. So they always transgress, Mat Sashana. Actually, Sashana is the ruler, but they never ready to accept Ishvara is our. Whenever Shasana come, no, the word Shasanam, the people think ruling is called Shasanam. So how Bhagavan is ruling all the world? Like our governance is leading all our India, but the ruling, it is given in Upanishad, Ishvara is ruling only mere presence. Without the presence of Ishvara, nothing can be possible. If Bhagavan says, withdraw myself from Jagat, there is a no Jagat. So the presence of Ishvara in, according to Pujya Swamiji, in different orders are called Shasanam. The Ishvara is ruling the world in the form of gravitational force. Ishvara is ruling the world in the form of photosynthesis or many orders. It is called Shasana. But if we say Ishvara is available in the form of orders, these people says, I am not ready to accept. It's called Pradvishantaha. This is called Mat Shasana Ativartitvam. They transgress this Ishvara's availability in whole over the universe. It is never accept. Ativartitam. They transgress. They are never ready to accept. It's called Pradveshaha. That's why Hiranyakashipu used to say to Prahlada, where is your Ishvara? I am Ishvara. This is called Dvishantaha. They hate Ishvara. Pradvesha tam kurvantaha. They are hating, are called hating means tam doing, they are hating. Kurvantaha means doing, they are doing hatred, are called pradveshata. And abhyasuyakaha is envier, they are jealous. He says, Shankaracharya says, Sanmargasthanam guneshu asahamanaha. Sanmargasthanam, there are the people who always follow the path of all virtues. This guneshu asahamanaha. They never ready to accept these people. They not stand the people are called abhyasuyaka. So asuya and irsha, this is only the little bit difference. So these are abhyasuyaka. So you cannot come out from the abhyasuyaka, so asuya, but you can come out from jealousy. So I have just, this is the Mahabharata shloka I have taken. So in Mahabharata shloka, it is given, Irsha kalaha moolam syat. This jealousy is the source of the quarrel. Kalaha moolam syat. Kshama moolam hi sampadam. What is the wealth indeed? He means indeed. Wealth is kshama moolam. Forgiven, forbearance or accommodative nature of the all situation or people is the source of the wealth. And in next, Irsha doshat viprashapam janme jayaha avap. Because of the defect of the jealousy, this janme jaya, you know, if the story, Arjuna's son is Abhimanyu, Abhimanyu's son is Parikshit, and Parikshit's son is called Janmejaya, the fourth generation. So Arjuna's son Abhimanyu, Abhimanyu's son is Parikshit, and Parikshit's son is called Janmejaya. And actually story was Parikshit was killed by Takshak, snake, and after that Janmejaya has taken the vow, and he did one ritual is called Nagavaha, in which ritual they have to offer all snakes. And during when he was doing, one Brahmana was very angry and he gave curse to Janmejaya. He says, you should not do like this. You should not kill all the snakes. And this is Irsha Dosha. Because Janmejaya was very jealous of these snakes. And because of snakes, Parikshit was killed. That's why he did yaga. That's why this is from Mahabharata. Avapa means is a verb. He got this shapa from Vipra shapa. So more you are jealous, more you are in difficult situation. And now Bhagwan will tell what Bhagwan will do with such people who are highly cruel, highly arrogant. So now Bhagwan says, Tan aham dvishataha kruran samsareshu naradhaman kshipami ajastram ashubhan asureshu evayonishu. So kshipami, here ajastram ashubhan asureshu evayonishu. Still Bhagwan has used tan, those, dvishataha, this type of hating people, hateful people. Kruran, it is highly cruel people. Naradhama, adhama naraha, it is lowest people. Naradhaman, actually Naradhama means one who deeds are very lowly are called Naradhaman. Adhamaha karma yasya saha naradhama. One who is always this is adhama, which is not according to dharma, are called naradhama. Such people, Bhagavan says, what I will do, so aham kshipami. Really speaking, kshipami means I fall. But kshipami, I put them, I dispatch them where, so he says, Ashubhan, which is not graceful, which is not good, Asureshu, Yonishu means womb. I put in the womb, which are considered as the Asuri Yoni. So this all lion, even tiger, all are, even crocodile, all are considered as the Asuri womb. They have to do nothing but to eat someone. Asureshu, these are Ashubhan, which is not good. Ajastram means constantly, not one time, repeatedly. Repeatedly I put them, I dispatch them, Asuri Yonishu. Kanjivaras, they say all are given to live in forest. This is the lot of such people. And now Bhagavan says, Tan aham, Tan aham means I am, Tan means those all Asuran people whose mind thinking process is like Asura. Sarvan, so Shankaracharya is given what is the meaning of Asuran. Again he says, San Marga Pratipaksha Bhutan. They are in the form of the opposer of Sanmarga. So one who is live a life of properly living a life, they are opposition of this such life, are called Sanmarga Pratipaksha, opposite Bhutan, in the form of the opposer of good living of life. Sadhu doshaha. That's why it says sadhu dveshina. They are the hatefulers of the good people. They don't like a people live a good life. Sadhu dveshina. I used to say this Aurangzeb, this Aurangzeb, he was like Asura. This Aurangzeb used to tell the people, either you convert or you become a Muslim, otherwise I will kill you. This is called Sanmarga Pratipaksha Bhuta. And even they say if you don't convert in Muslim, so there is in Gujarat, there is one place is called Patan. In this city, once we went in one temple, its guide said they have burnt 10,000, upavitam of Brahmins in front of other people. So 10,000 upavitam means they have killed 10,000 Brahmins because they say we don't like to become a Muslim. That much they are hating other, are called sadhu dveshina, because they are sanmarga pratipaksha. They are the opposers of a good life. Dvishataha, again hateful, hating people. And what I do, so he says dvishataha svadhu deshinaha, and Shankaracharya is added mamcha. They hate not only good people, but they are hating me also. Such people are kruran, highly cruel, samsareshu. So samsareshu, Shankaracharya says, in this world, such people, so where Bhagavan will send them? So he says, naraka samsarana margeshu. So he says, I will put them where there is a way, naraka samsarana. They will go down to naraka. Bhagavan himself, he says, here the naraka is nothing but this asuri yonishu, to be born in such womb, like a cactus, even like a trees. There is, they say, in redwood tree, in America, US, the life of is 1,000 years. Even here also, many trees, they live for long life, but they live For what purpose? Nothing are called Asuri Yoni. All such move. So it says, Naraka Samsarana Margeshu. Sometimes there are some people, right now we think how much they are doing wrong, but we cannot see they are living a very happy life. But it doesn't mean if they are right now happy, next birth will be most painful for them. So Naraka Samsara Margeshu Naradaman. So Shankaracharya ji says, what is the meaning of Naradaman? Adharma doshavatvacha. Adharma doshavatvacha. So they are filled with the defect of adharma. Such people, kshipami, I push them, I throw them. Really speaking, the meaning of it is the sixth conjugation, kship, prasarane, to throw them. Prakshipami means properly. They should never come back. It's called prakshipami. Ajasram, not for one time, satatam, santatam, all the time. If they are one life is a redwood tree is finished, another life some another. It is called santatam, constantly. Ashubhan. So Shankaracharya says Ashubhan means Ashubha Karmakarina, where they are the doers of wrong deed only. Ashubha Asurishu, and where we can be committed to such action. So Shankaracharya says Asurishu meaning Krura Karma Prayasu Vyaghra Simhadiyonishu Kshipami iti anena sambandha. So Bhagavan says, who are given to such qualities, I throw them in Asurishu Yonishu, because their all Anvaya is not given. So Shankaracharya says, Santatam, constantly, Ashubhan means Krura Karma, which is predominant by the cruel action. Prayasu means cruel action. Krura Karma, in which animals they are given to this cruel action. Shankaracharya says Vyaghra, Simhadi, tiger, lion, and we can add many. All we can say even this crocodile. There are many who are killer of other animals. Yonishu Kshipami, I throw them, I put them. Iti anena sambandha. This is the connection. Because without Anvaya, all words are everywhere. So if we put in Anvaya of each and every word, then we can say Aham, the main sentence is Aham Tan Kshipami. I throw them. This is the main. But Tan, for Tan, Dvishataha Krura Naradaman are the adjective of Tan. And Kshipami means I throw. If we say where, then he says Samsareshu, in this samsara. But in samsara where? Asurishu Yonisu, where people are committed always cruel action. And this only one time, Ajastra. So whole sentence will be meaningful. But we have to put Anvaya like this. And what will happen then? Then say if you go in this sequence, then you will go more and more inside such wrong deeds. So Bhagavan says, Asurim yonim apannaha mudhaha janmani janmani mam aprapyam eva kaunteya tataha yanti adamam gati. Apannaha mudaha asurim yonim. So mudaha asurim yonim apannaha. This mudaha, this a people whose discrimination is not proper. fool people. But we can't say these fools. But one who's it is improper discrimination are called mudaha. They will get asurim yoni like lion, tiger, everything. Apannaha, not in one life, but Janmani, life by life, one by one. Every life they are born in different type of this yoni. And in this yoni, there is a no connection with Ishvara. Only human being can be connected with Ishvara. That's why he says, Mam aprapya eva. Not reaching me. Aprapya mam eva. Without reaching me. Because in this life, we say even tiger, you do Rama Rama, before he cannot do. So he says, Mam aprapya eva tataha. Because there is no connection with Ishvara, so again they will get adamam gatim yanti. Yanti means again they will go. Gachanti, same is called yanti. It is in second conjugation. Gachanti, gam gacha. Adamam means very lower. Gatim means their lot in more and more lower schedule. This is the lot of these people. That's why how much this our human birth is important. We can understand from this. And how to live a life, we have to understand of this. But detail of this Asurim Yonim, we will see tomorrow. Any question? Any question?
We will see next week.
Yeah, we will see next week what will happen to them. Yeah.
Swamiji, the
Yeah.
sorry, Kasnanji, go ahead, please.
Yeah. Okay. No, I just want to say a little comment. With this that we are seeing, I can say that Yama and Niyama is not enough.
Yeah.
Are not enough. Yeah. And we had a lot of work. Yeah.
Here too, this is our responsibility how to live a life as a human being. Yeah. Otherwise, what will happen in next life, we don't know.
That's
So, one the word staptaha came, Swamiji, and it was meaning was given as
which is not
vain, conceited, arrogant, like that, right?
yeah, which is never have given respect to others. Apranataha means always stand. They never do pranam to others. It's called stabdha.
In Narada Bhakti Sutra, there are 3 verses like yal labdva, yajnatva, yat prapya, like that they come. Like having attained that supreme devotion, having gained the supreme devotion, having reached the supreme devotion, like that 3 verses. One of the verses, yat jnatva, matto bhavati, stabdho bhavati, atma ramo bhavati. It comes there.
Their
So there the stabdha has a completely different meaning, Swami.
Yeah, there is different, yeah. Stabdha at that time may be astonished. Oh, this is me like
Yes.
Stabdha.
Yes. Like a stunned in silence, like that, very.
Oh, this is my real nature. Oh, this is me. Is called
Yeah.
Yeah. Stabdha. But here is totally different. That's why Bhashyam matters. Otherwise we misinterpreted the word.
Okay.
Anything else anybody would like to ask? No? Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat
Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते।
Om
ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। हरिः ॐ श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः। हरिः ॐ।